What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Reality Kingdom. We were the real in reality or whatever.
Period.
I am your host, Pharaoh. We're joined by one of course, Lee. Lee, how do you like the episode?
I love the episode. Sorry if I'm a little bit down for those who watch Big Brother. We're recording this tonight. Mimi goes home, so I'm in mourning. Peeped all black. But the episode, actually, I'm fucking sad about the episode too because we lost Elizabeth and Ileana, and I love Elizabeth and Ileana, and I like Robin and Chelsea, but I would have preferred if Robin and Chelsea went home. So losing Ileana Elizabeth is like, damn, sad too.
It really was. But honestly, I was like, why are y'all struggling here? So I understand, but I really wish they were.
To be fair, they were in the same country, so maybe it was just that country.
I love their personality.
Bangkok was fucking them up.
Yeah, sometimes it do just be countries, and you just got to get out that country, and then you can fix it up. But I don't think that's what it is. They were struggling to navigate in America.
I'm gonna say that's what it was until the day I died.
They got lost in LA, babe. You remember?
Oh, they get lost in LA.
Like honestly, I want to.
Leave my good sisters alone.
I can't lie for them.
Yes, we can. I'm gonna do it.
Period. I know that's right. if you are visual, just go to YouTube because we have the people on the screen, so you can see who the fuck we talking about. I know that's right. Period. So we started it off in Bangkok. We spent this entire thing in Bangkok. Bangkok looks very beautiful. I will say it looks very, very beautiful. I would love to be there, but I'm not. But you know who was? Jocelyn and Victor in first place. What I noticed is each person is starting at the time they arrived ahead of the next person, because last season they released them in groups. They released them in Derek X, Louisa Michelle, and Molly and Emily go first, and then you four go next. They released these people one by one. The order you came to the mat, I think, is the order you fucking leave. And it's like,
I assume they're probably gonna do that again, though.
Iconic.
Like release them in groups. Yeah.
You want them to, or you don't?
Well, I think they're gonna do it anyway. Like I think it alternates between single release, group release.
That makes sense. Yeah, that definitely.
I'm pretty sure last season they did that too. It went back and forth, if I'm not mistaken.
I remember it always being groups, but they could have,
especially towards the end. They would go, you first, you second, you third.
You know what? Definitely towards the end. It's just early. I know it wasn't this early. I know episode 2 it was groups, 100%. But it's interesting. I like it. So Jocelyn and Victor were released first. They got to travel by taxi to Nakhon Pathom.
It's Wat Swanam. Wat Swanam.
That's what the place is called. So they got to get in a taxi, go all the way over there. It's in a different city. So Jocelyn and Victor are first, Corey and Rob are second, Greg and John are third, Morgan and Lena are fourth, and Todd and Ashley are fifth. This whole group of people just kind of just leaves at the beginning, and then there's the rest of them leave a little bit later. Fun fact: everybody's freaking placement is the same as last rounds, except Joe and Ian and Joel and Garrett. It literally just switches them by the end of it. It's like, damn, what the fuck? But the way they're coming in is damn near the way they're coming in. It's like, well, fuck. So
give me a super leg, child.
Like quite literally. So what we did get to know is that Jocelyn and Victor's anniversary was their 20th anniversary is currently, and I love that for them. They're so cute.
They're doing it on the race.
They're honestly so cute. I love their relationship. They talk to each other very sweetly, and it just makes me have butterflies. I had to hit up my ex after this, y'all. After I watched the episode.
Girl, bye.
And did. Hey, what you doing? Oh, God. Morgan and Lena mentioned they got the express pass, so remember that. They don't use it, so I guess you don't have to. So, boom. The first destination is a roadblock. It's who has a green thumb. You're going to have to trudge through this mud and water and murk.
And Pharaoh had a green thumb.
I got a green thumb. I would have had to do it, honestly. I really would have. It would have been I think this would have been good for me to do because my patience is pretty big. I have a big amount of patience. So me getting denied a lot, it wouldn't have got to me, I feel like, the way it got to a lot of other people. So I guess. But this seems very difficult. You got to trudge through, get 2 bundles of lotus flowers. I think both the bundles got to have 10 flowers in it each. You got to wrap it specifically. You got to make sure you're using the right leaves. You got to make sure it's a pattern, 4-3-4, the right colors.
3-4-3. So you would have messed up. Pharaoh would have got there. No, it was 3-4-3.
Wrong. It was 4-3-4.
Was it? No.
Dead ass.
Was it?
We be arguing in the race, Lord.
Girl, well, you should have went then because I would have.
I'm telling you, we gotta pay attention to detail.
It's not 4. Girl, I'm pretty sure it's 343.
I don't think it is. I'm gonna pull up the episode. You better not. Don't do this to me.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah. Anyways, you got. Luckily, Roblox is just one person because we wouldn't have to even have this discussion. But
right. And one of us would be wrong as hell. Good Lord.
I would have had to redo it. But you know what? A lot of people have to redo it multiple times. So honestly, it
wouldn't have mattered. I would have got
it would have been redone anyways. So you had to make 2 bundles of flowers. So Jocelyn's the one who does it for them, and then Corey and Rob arrive a little bit after them, and Rob decides to do it for them. So we see Jocelyn. She's like, I recognize these flowers because this is what Victor's family gives to Buddha for the offering. And she said they're gonna be real mad at me because I don't know what I'm doing. And it's like, no, Jocelyn, I need you to get it together, please. Mm-hmm. This is when we see the other group of teams start to leave. So Steven and Ali and Joel and Garrett, they leave and they're headed towards the roadblock now. And we see Greg and John arrive to a destination, but they're lost. And honestly, when this happened, I was so scared for them because I remember last season when people were to get lost, it seemed like they were lost forever. But I really like that Greg and John were able to, I guess they had enough time because they were able to be lost and then still make it to the other place.
It was 343, by the
way. Period. Wake that up.
And your ass would have been fucking us up.
They would have had to tell me to redo it. And that's okay.
And you wouldn't know. They don't tell you what's wrong.
A lot of people got that wrong. That's what's hilarious.
Yeah, it was up there just doing anything.
Yeah.
Clearly. And what's and this happens 3 times in this episode, which I think is bullshit. Like the taxi brings them to an incorrect place because apparently there's 2 Watsons, and one they're 40 minutes from each other. So if you go to the wrong one, you have to drive 40 minutes to the other one, and then we'll get later in the episode the taxi drives them to the entire wrong fucking detour. I just feel like, I mean, is that their fault?
I just feel like it was.
I mean, I guess. It depends on how much.
Not the Wachanan, because it's the same name and it's in the same city. It's just
I don't think either one is there. It depends on how much of the navigation are they putting into their hands. If you tell the driver we're supposed to go here, are you on your own on the map supposed to be like making sure we're going here for the taxi? I guess so. I guess that's what they're saying.
I was thinking with the later on when they went to the wrong detour, I was thinking you had to have told the taxi driver that locate. Like I feel like I was thinking like no way the taxi driver accidentally drove you to
like it's a possibility they don't speak the similar language, so it could mistakes happen.
I'm trying to think how, but if the taxi driver is a random taxi driver,
it's not just Elizabeth and Liana. Like it happened with Greg and John, and now Liam and Jeremy.
Yeah, but those that make sense. It was the exact same name. They were both called Wachanan. That makes sense to me.
But either way, they're working. I'm thinking outside. I'm thinking like they're working for Amazing Race CBS, which we call it.
I don't think the taxis are working for Amazing Race.
Not working for, but clearly they're part of this because when they will go and take them, they will wait for them. So clearly they're like wrapped in this. So.
They do wait
even though there's 2 Watsonans, they should know which one they're supposed to go to, especially with this part, because it's like it's not either this or that. It's one.
So that's why I don't think that maybe they're not working for them.
No, I think they're working for them, but temporarily for the leg. And that's my issue is that them going incorrect places is fucking the players up when they don't have any control over that.
That's true, but I'm like, maybe they do. Like I'm trying to think like, no way. Because I remember past seasons, taxi drivers would take them to wrong destinations altogether. Not this, not that, a totally wrong destination. And no way the taxi driver just taking them to the wrong destination without the people telling them wrong destination. But I get, I see what you're saying. So boom, the roadblock. Greg and John lost. They got to drive to the right one. But Morgan and Lena arrived. Lena's going to do it. Todd and Ashley arrived. Ashley's going to do it, right? So Todd is telling Ashley, because Ashley apparently gets nervous. I guess she gets panicky. And I love this because Todd has consistently, both of these legs, been like, look, Ashley, you got it. You're going to do great. Don't worry about it. Keep it going. You got it, babe. And it's like, bitch, if that was me and that was mommy and like, I don't know. I just think I would feel really, really good about it. I'm telling you.
They're a cute couple.
I'm telling you, it's real cute the way he speaks to her.
He reassures her really well.
He's very reassuring, very positive energy. Love that for him. So Greg and John eventually arrive, so they caught up, and then the next team start to leave. So Liam and Jeremy, pause. Liam and Jeremy, they have Instagrams, so just be sure to check those out for the girls who
come on, free promo.
For the girls who would love to check their Instagrams out, I would definitely do that if I was one of y'all, because especially Jeremy's. Anyways,
gorgeous. Like, it's crazy. I need to see them on the challenge, please. They need to challenge USA regulars.
Challenge, bitch.
Right, this last episode. Let's not get into it. The girls.
Damn.
Anyways,
this is when we see that the roadblock is hard as fuck, because this is when Jocelyn starts doing her attempts. Rob is doing his attempts. Everybody getting everything the fuck wrong. It's getting real bad. And that's crazy, because damn, why are y'all struggling? I definitely think I would be struggling fuck down at this time.
Yeah.
Lee, how did you do at this roadblock?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like you could, first of all, you could tell it was hot as fucking shit. Like, they're the water that they have to get into, for some of them, it go damn near all the way up to the chest. Like, they're deep up in it. And I know it's hot. It probably stank out there. You got catfish and all type of bugs in the water. I would not be able to do with that. And then I'm just thinking about, like, having to over and over again get these bulbs and wrap them, and with the bamboo, my fingers would be tired, my hand, my arm, my legs. I would be hot, thirsty.
And then we gotta go do some detours.
You need to do this. Hopefully,
first of all, last leg, what place would we be in? Because last leg wasn't that hard, was it? It wasn't that hard. It was the roadblock. You got across the wire. You would have did that. That was easy. Everybody caught up at the same time anyway. Mm-hmm. And then the detours was in Bangkok. Oh, it was a spa day. Bitch, we would have been chilling.
That's like middle of the pack. Maybe we got our same spot.
If it was middle of the pack, I think I could keep our middle of the pack stage. Honestly, I think I keep middle of the pack.
Are you good with bouquets?
Never done one in my life.
And you don't even know the configuration. You remember up there. It's 4-3-4. What's the problem?
Yeah. Are you sure? I can't believe it was 3-4-3.
I just checked. It's 3-4-3.
That's crazy.
Wrong.
Boom. But the last three teams leave, and we basically, what this told me was, if the last three teams are already leaving, headed towards the roadblock, and Jocelyn's still not done, this roadblock got to be hard as fuck. Because what the hell? But it was a 40-minute drive to that area, and then Greg and John got lost and still made it before a lot of other teams. So maybe it's just really far away.
But and I have to say this too. I just feel like somebody to fact check that checker. Because I think also the reason why it lasted so long is because, like, you have Jocelyn, who is attempt after attempt after attempt. But Jocelyn dropped the bouquet off, please.
Yeah, they were begging them.
And she'd be like, no, this. I feel like she was being harsh on the people who came earlier. And then towards the end, it was like, which I have a feeling they do that a lot on these Amazing Race challenges. Towards the end, you're like, okay, girl, you got it.
You got it, girl.
Because, like, it was a few times where I was like, well, Jocelyn has looked perfect, but then she'll pass someone later on. I'm like, the leaves all over the place, the bulbs are small. What is this? So I just feel like, a situation like this where it's like you have to make something specific. It's really weird because it depends on what the checker is just saying is great. And like I said, sometimes it was not matching up. That's all I gotta say.
Literally. So Jocelyn doesn't get it until her 12th attempt. But you know what I will say is Rob got it on his 5th attempt right after her. So it's like, I don't know, maybe they were just playing the Jocelyn face, because how Rob only had to go 5 times, and I noticed a lot of people got it on like their 5th, 6th attempt, but Jocelyn had to go 12 fucking times.
And I swear everyone that Jocelyn put up there, I was like, that looks great.
It looks perfectly fine to me.
Maybe that is crazy. Like,
So anyways, Jocelyn and Victor, they finished first, and they got to travel by taxi to this elephant, and the elephant is going to be where the detour Or the
Yeah, they
detour.
gotta go to the elephant, put in the coin, and go under it 3 times to receive the next.
For good luck, amen.
I'm like, it's so random, but we here.
It's for good luck.
And I was
It's
also
random to
thinking,
you because it's not your culture.
you're right. You're right.
Wake
You're
that
right.
up. Wake that up.
But
wake
I
that
was
up.
saying it's random to the race because like it didn't really. It wasn't
like it was no point. It was literally just the detour destination. That was
and then,
literally.
but what I was thinking about this is that literally they just. I mean, their entire bodies are soaking wet in catfish water and saliva water. And now you want them to hop in somebody's taxi? I just was thinking like that is so bad. Like you really gotta be out here facing the
I think they
overpay
overpay them taxis. Whatever taxi they go into, they definitely tip them some dollars. Because no way. They be coming in sweaty, nasty, dirty. Sometimes they gotta crawl through mud.
Girl, be having a whole camera in the back seat. Like, damn. And every time they sit to the driver just smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go fast. And why is everybody driver good? Oh, we got a good driver.
Real fast.
Everybody's driver was good. It's like, I'm pretty sure they're just going fast. Okay, so boom. Everybody else starts arriving to the roadblock. Stephen and Aaliyah arriving, Joel and Garrett arriving. All of these people is arriving, right? This is when we see Ashley start getting a little nervous. People start getting a little nervous because everybody else start arriving to the damn roadblock or whatever. Liam and Yaremi don't, because they go to the same wrong location as Greg and John. And honestly, Lee, you clocking, because how the fuck you take me to the wrong location?
I just feel like that's crazy.
Like, I don't know. And shit like that could really slip somebody up. Like, this could have fucked them up. They could have lost the whole race. Especially if they were in last place. Like, let's say Elizabeth and Ileana got taken to the wrong place. Like, fuck. Like, there's nothing we could do.
Like, you should know which watch we going to.
You should know which one we're going to. Unless you got a point on the map. Maybe you should point on the map which one.
And that's the thing. It just depends on how much navigation are they expected to be responsible for.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to a specific destination, I expect to tell the driver we're going here and we should go here. No?
Yeah. Maybe that's why you got to be specific. Because, like, that's the thing. If it was you and me, I would show the driver watching on. But if they just said watching on, and he knows two watching on.
And you know what? I did see that. I saw a lot of watching on. Salia, just go there. Yeah. And they were like, okay. So,
and they did. They did what they were told. Y'all should have been more specific. But I think you got to be careful in places you don't know, because in America, it's not a lot of places with the same name. You're not going to get mixed up if I say Dallas, you know? But you don't know. You're literally in a whole different continent, country, whole different place. Be specific, Bookie. The fuck? You better show images. So, but everybody else starts popping up to the roadblock, so they start doing that, and that's gonna take forever, you know. So we pop to Jocelyn and Victor at the elephant, going under it. They get to the detour. The detour is stock up or scoop up. Leave it. We gonna say it on 1, 2, 3. We doing what?
Scoop up.
Scoop the fuck up.
Girl,
you good? Because who is shopping grocery?
Girl,
who going grocery shopping in a whole nother country?
In a whole different language. And then, don't drag me, y'all. But they kept saying they put it phonetically for teams.
I didn't know what it meant either. I have to Google it.
Child, what do you mean? Explain it then. Because I was like,
they're writing the words how they're said.
I figured that had to be it. Okay.
Girl, it took me all episode.
It's like how in the dictionary they had a little parentheses of.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, how does that help?
Because then you can say it.
Oh, I guess because when it was like broccoli. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Say it. Because that
wouldn't have helped me. Because you still need to look. It's really about the hand-eye coordination of it all. Like, I need to see what this is. Like, if I see something in a foreign language and I tell somebody, like, I would still fare better if I know what they're talking about. Because they'll have a whole foreign name and it would just be like a melon.
Yep. And they're talking about, I don't know. I don't know.
We definitely would have been scooping
it the fuck up.
I think that would have been easy. It seemed easy. A lot of these detours and roadblocks.
Scoop up, bitch. We're not losing. Why would we lose?
Especially in these early rounds, if you stay in the middle of the pack, just choose an easy detour and you're good.
You're good. Just don't fuck up. Literally, don't fuck up.
Don't go to the wrong place. And that's the thing. I feel like that's what I'm saying. I feel like low key, like if we just don't go to the wrong place, we can be good. Like
and when I tell y'all,
those girls,
Lee's not gonna let us go to the wrong place. I'll let y'all know that. Lee will be like, "Are you sure you're going to the right place?" Lee
Is
will
this
have
wax
maps in
shit
front of
on?
him. Is it this place for sure? Before you start driving,
We need to make sure.
we need to make sure. Lee would definitely be the person who's making sure everything's good to go, and I would be the let's get the fuck going. One. So hopefully he'll balance us out because I would be ready to run. But we need to do this. Lee, let's go.
Doing this.
Lee, let's go. One thing I like about Roblox is that it's just one person. Because if I'm doing a Roblox, I don't need Lee nearby.
Yeah.
Go over there.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Shut up. Fuck.
I feel like
let me figure it out.
Every detour girl, it would be arguing now. Girl,
we just argued on the podcast. About a detour we didn't even do. We're not even in.
It's 343. No, it's 4-3. Girl,
And then I'm wrong. But let me figure it out.
That's what's hilarious because Steve, we speak on that. He did the roadblock and he making one bouquet full of like 15 bulbs. Like, did Steve not get the directions? Like,
stop it.
The directions. You were supposed to make 2 bouquets of 343. He made one bouquet with like 20 bulbs in it. Yeah. It was like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Well, they need to explain.
But it's like, don't they explain?
They do. Well, they do it, and you're supposed to watch what they're doing. And I guess he was. So anyway, Jocelyn and Victor pick stock up because let me tell you why this is rigged. Not only does this man kind of speak the language, he has a grocery store with the same item. Like this nigga's like, oh, we won. No, Jocelyn and Victor was like, oh, we won real bad in Bangkok.
They ate that
the fuck up. So they won real bad. They got all the tea, to be honest.
I like that a little bit though. It's like because it's a race around the world, like different people can have different little advantages in certain areas. Because if they go to like a Spanish-speaking country with Spanish speakers, they could have did really well.
Yeah,
but because they did that, wouldn't it? Didn't
Louisa Michelle could speak, or
and I think they did good in that. They did good in that one too.
They did do good in that leg because there was a Spanish leg, but I'm trying to think, wasn't there? Don't remember, but there was definitely a Spanish leg, and they did good there. So yeah, shit like that is very, very interesting.
I don't think it's too bad because it's like at the end of the day, even if this was quote unquote unfair or like it's like they'll have other places.
Going on a race?
They'll have other places to prove it too, though. And I feel like Jocelyn and Victor can stay up there.
I think they're just good in general. I think they're good in general. Jocelyn did good at the roadblock. Victor found out the last roadblock when no one else knew it. Back in America when they were doing the code. So it's like, honestly, they would have just did. First of all, Victor and Jocelyn got ahead in America. Let's clock that first. And then secondly, here, I mean, she just did good. I'm sorry. They're just eating, in my opinion. The other option was scoop up, and Corey and Rob are doing scoop up. So back at the roadblock, we see that Lena is finishing, and Ashley is now the last person of the first group who hasn't gotten finished. She's starting to panic even more. I need her to calm down. I feel like with Ashley, she just needs to ignore everybody else. She gets in her head. She still ended up doing fine, but her getting in her head was like finna start fucking her up. She started panicking every time someone left. She had a diary about panicking about it, or just there she was panicking. When Greg left, she's like, "Oh, don't worry, we're right behind you." And it's like, who are you trying to convince?
Leave Ashley alone.
Who are you trying to convince, him or yourself? Because she was definitely nervous. Like she was definitely getting gagged.
You act like you wouldn't be up there nervous.
I would, but I would need somebody to tell me.
Because I'd be the same way.
Ooh. I would need somebody to tell me the same thing. If people started leaving who got there after me,
girl, after me, girl,
I would cry. I would cry. Boom. So we go to stock up. Victor and Jocelyn eating it up. There's nothing to say. They literally ate it all the way the fuck up. He knows the words. He knew what eggs were. Literally, she's trying to ask people at the grocery store, and he behind her, oh, girl, those are eggs. Like, what? Ask.
Anyways.
He's like, what is it? He's duck. It's right here. It's a duck right here. Go get the duck. Like, oh my God. He knows all the answers. So, girl, they ate it up very easily. They even went and got the answer very easily. Like, bitch, they were done very quickly. So Victor and Jocelyn quite literally ate this whole entire leg up. Not one part did they fuck up on. And I love that for them. I think they're a contender.
Mother and father.
They're a contender.
Love to see it.
Corey and Rob also contenders. They went to them scoop up And they were smart because they were like, look, we're going to scoop up a lot, but let's not try to weigh down the boat. And we see later, bitch, that boat could definitely get weighed down. So be careful. So they clocked that very fast. And they quickly were filling up their buckets of, what are they called?
Pomelos.
Never had one of those. It's a fruit?
Mm-hmm. They explained what it is in this episode. You ain't listen?
Nope.
And that's the problem.
Like, he said they have to, when Phil's like, when he tells them the action they got to do, that's all I care. Because in Spa Day, they were like, this is a blank spa treatment.
I like to learn the history facts.
I mean, if I was there, I would listen a little bit more.
Hopefully.
At the roadblock, Ian was like, look, all of the flowers have already been picked, so I got to go all the way to the end of this trudge and sludge. Their shoes was getting stuck in the mud.
That what was crazy to me. They would lose and I always wonder, I'm assuming production just does not care. Because I'm like, we always see scenes of them being like, I lost my shoe, or this happened, and then we see no answer or resolution. So I'm assuming production just be like,
they don't care. You saw them recording the fanny pack later.
That's what's hilarious. They
all up on
Joel and Garrett leave the fanny, and they had a whole ass angle of it, so they know the shit.
They looked right at it and watched them getting that text.
Someone miss a turn, they'll circle on the screen.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking earlier. I was like, what if a production member is just in, because you know they got the cameras in there. The production members sometimes are just right there with the camera in their face. What if the production member in the taxi and we lost? I'd get scared. They done took us to a whole other side of a random country that I don't know the language. I'd be scared of the production. I'd be like, I hope they find the right way. Oh shit! I'm sure they got phones and shit though. But fuck, like I would be scared. Ashley finally gets done. She can calm down because fuck.
Steve also finally got it together. He passed.
And Steve got it done too. So arriving at the detour is Greg and John and Lena and Morgan. Both of those teams decide to do scoop up. I think they're smart teams. But I get a little scared because we see later on when they get there, the coconuts look like they gone. I'm like, fuck.
The coconuts?
Or the pomelos. Damn. Don't let me get on the race. I'll start saying anything. I'll be doing the grocery list, coconut, and it say pomelo, bitch. God damn. But they were good, so they wouldn't do scoop up. I know that's right. So Corey and Rob are done by the time that the other two teams even are getting there. So we see the pit stop has already came across. Jocelyn and Victor make it to the pit stop. They're first, just like last time. And Rob and Corey are second, just like last time. Ate that up. It was very easy for them. And I've noticed these earlier legs, it just seems a little bit more simple. I think if you and we were in the middle of the pack, we'd still be in the middle of the pack. I don't think this would have changed much. And that's exactly what happened. Most people's placements did not change. Because I just think this leg is just as simple as the first one a little bit.
And when the challenges are like, I feel like lengthy in time, like clearly everyone took a while to do.
Yeah.
I mean, everything
both of those. Yeah.
So it's like, it's just leveled out.
Yeah. Y'all, I was listening to Luis and Michelle's podcast, Croqueta Chat. Check out Croqueta Chat with Luis and Michelle, period. Luis and Michelle, actually.
Period.
I know that's right. Very good. Very, very, very insightful. And they did a podcast about the race, and they were talking about each of the players and how they felt they would do and stuff like that. But anyways, why was I talking about them? I was going to say something that they said. But I forgot.
They said something they chat about somebody.
They had said something that I was going to say, but I forgot. Girl, I guess we moved on.
Girl,
it was just a shout out. How about that? Go check
period.
I remember. I'll let you know.
That's
so,
ADD.
What did they say? They really said something. Okay, anyways.
I look like you told me about it earlier, but I can't remember either.
So, at the robot, other people was finishing. Garrett got finished. Was it Garrett or Joel doing it?
It was Garrett.
I want to say it was Garrett.
It was Garrett.
Garrett was doing it. He finishes. And Ian got it done really quickly because Ian got there after a lot of these people who were still there. But Ian got it on his 5th attempt. And this is the second time that Ian and Joel have done a challenge and just ate it the fuck up very quickly. So I think honestly, Ian and Joe are going to be one of the contenders alongside those top placing people. Honestly, like those first four, I think them four and Joe and Ian are going to be some contenders for real, in my opinion. I'm checking out for them. I'm looking out for them for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I feel like because what we have on screen is basically their placements. Like, I'm shocked a little bit that Joe and Ian and Liam and Yeremi aren't on the higher ends of the spectrum. I feel like they would have been. And I also feel like the way they're competing these challenges, they will be eventually, because completing these challenges quicker can really help you jump teams.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing, Liam and Yeremi, I don't think they've done bad at the challenges. They've just kind of navigated a little bit less savvily. Like they the ones who went to the wrong Worcestershire.
Mm-hmm. It's honestly same with Joe and Ian. Like their navigation was off that first episode, which kind of put them towards the end of this one. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next one, because I feel like they'll kind of like give a reset a little bit, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna go out of Thailand.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So, boom. This is when Garrett and Joel, they got done, but Garrett left his fanny pack. They had to go back. I thought it was going to actually affect them way more than it did, but clearly, like Lee said, the challenges were longer. So since they were, a lot of people had time in between, so it really didn't even affect them, honestly, truly. So people were choosing what they were going to do. Steven and Lee did scoop up. Todd and Ashley did stock up. When Todd and Ashley chose stock up, I was genuinely surprised.
Me too.
Because I was like, really? Like, and they were kind of confident with it. And to me, I felt like stock up was clearly the more difficult one. But they're the ones
language barrier. I was like, there's like
exactly
no.
I think they felt, and that's the thing. Todd said it. He said, "I feel cool about the phonetic thing because we can make it fun, we can make it adventurous." And honestly, they were kind of ahead of so many teams. And they were on the last thing they needed to do. No way you were going to fuck this up when you could have. But I guess they felt a little bit more comfortable about it. And he did it, and they did it pretty good, because the way that they were able to get it is pretty impressive, because they generally don't know the language.
I just know, like, it wouldn't have been a challenge for me for multiple reasons. I hate shopping in regular American Walmart stores. You think I'm about to go into a market? I don't even go to markets here. I go to the corporation stores. I can't navigate around the damn market. Yeah. Have you ever been to a what is it called? Bazaar? A place like that?
Yeah, here and there. I hate them.
Yeah, because that's hard. It's like, I don't know what shit is at. I don't know what shit.
You know what? The little boat ride, the scoop up, it was so zen. It looked like it was clearly hot and humid, but it still felt like a cool down. There's water near me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have been it would have been a way less stressful situation. Like, it's the same reason why in what was the first one? It was the massage versus memorizing something, right?
Yeah,
it's like
the sword dance.
Something that's just like using physical, like is almost always the better option in some of these cases. Like if it's something you need to be remembering something, or I don't know, like having to deal with something, I guess, too cultural in a way, like having to deep dive way into the
language, or repeating repeat these things, or learn the alphabet of this language and repeat it back to me.
Not I.
When I can go pick up some
pomelos. Honestly, the thing is, I will say, I thought a lot of people were going to pick stock up. I was like, people are going to pick scoop up like that, but I think people were thinking what we were thinking.
100%, as they should be. Very smart people, I'd say. I don't know. So at the roadblock, everybody's done except for a few teams. Yeremi just gets done, and then Elizabeth finishes, and so they're in 9th and 10th place at this point, leaving only Robin and Milena doing the roadblock still. And I was scared for myself.
I was like, not the bestie Esties. No, that would have been us. That would have been us. All the bestie teams at the end.
No, you know what Louisa Michelle did say? They were talking about how it really is unusual for women teams to do really good. And
shout out to Molly and Emily.
Shout out to Molly and Emily. It's very unusual for women. Oh, and they also said it's unusual for twins. Twins usually do terrible on Amazing Race, they said, according to the
thing. You would think
they said, you know what they said? They said they're too similar. They said when you're too similar on the race, your qualities don't balance each other out. You need someone who's physical, someone who's not, someone who's good at puzzles, someone who's good at ride around boats. You need the duality, and twins are so similar that they don't have that duality. And siblings. Who went home first? The people who did everything together. What was that name? Sheridan.
Yep. Yeah, but that means Morgan and Lena is really defying the odds right now, because I'm looking. Look at the last 3 teams. All women teams.
All women teams were at the end.
And I would like that makes sense though, because some of these challenges are very physical. I mean,
even just running is physical, and you have to run everywhere you go. Carry these heavy ass backpacks. That's kind
of unfortunate because they really are the last 3 teams. But that's a shout out to Morgan and Lena. Y'all ate that.
Yeah, and Molly and Emily did really, really good to be
mothers.
To be a woman team. They did really, really good. They could have won last season. That was so impressive. And I root for woman teams, of course. It's like they're clearly going to be
It's seeming like I wonder like who has won the most, men and women teams or men and men teams then?
I know.
I feel like a lot of men teams don't do that well either. It seems like the best pairing is man and woman.
A man and a woman, because there's, like they said, probably there's qualities you have that they don't have. For example, like this even just last season when Luis would just do a lot of the physical stuff, and when it came to agility and dancing, Michelle would do the agility and dancing, or she would, and they could kill it. She'd kill it on that, and he'd kill it on that. Or Molly and Emily. Remember, Emily was physical. She always could do. She randomly ate up that mega leg when they had to do the car building.
You're right.
Molly didn't have that quality. So it's like I think it just depends on honestly how different you are, but how well you can communicate, even though you're different. And that's basically what they said on Croqueta Chat.
Period.
So we get to go back at the pit stop. Greg and John get third. What's that boy name?
Period.
What's the host? Phil.
Phil
was like, Greg and John. I mean, got third last time, and you got third this time. And he kept saying that this episode. It was kind of hilarious. So back at the roadblock, Milena finally finishes, so she's in 11th, and Robin and Chelsea are in dead last. And I'm sorry, y'all, but I was like, Robin and Chelsea, bow out. Because I stand Milena and Andrea, and I stand Elizabeth and Ileana.
I was like, I'm sorry. So I was like, this is around the time I was like, girl, I mean, Robin shit don't look that bad. Like, y'all have passed people. Like, and going back up, I meant to mention this. Yeremi? I don't think Yeremi should have passed. I do not think Yeremi should have passed. But I was like, I mean,
his looked small, didn't they?
One of his looked like it was literally in bloom. That's what I was saying. Like, it didn't look like a full bulb. It looked like it was in bloom.
See.
But he fine. So.
I would have passed him too.
Girl. He could have brought something that thing with 20 bulbs, just like how Steve did, baby. He could have brought one bouquet. He's fine. He can go.
You're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like, wait.
What's the problem? I told whatever it is. Yep. You got it, King.
Give him the clue.
Give him the clue. Now, I would like it would have got violent, bitch. No fucking
I would have did it for her, bitch. I would have been like, this is how I would give him a personal lesson. Look, baby, look. This is what you gotta do.
Oh my God. Stop it. Fuck. Ooh.
But yeah, they was playing the Robin face a little bit. Because I feel like she low-key could have got it.
Robin's looked good. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like all of hers looked good.
That's why I was like, pass this girl. Let her go.
Let her go. But they did at the end. You know, they was tired of them. It was like, okay, get out of here. Because, you know, they had work too. They in the heat too.
Right. That's what it gave. Girl, we've been here for hours. Y'all still can't figure this shit out. Leave.
Mm-hmm. So Morgan and Lena, they they're finishing the scoop up, and Steven and Ali, they're getting there basically, and they're trying to stack up all their shit. And they stacking up so much bulbs that they start sinking in the damn pond.
It gave, you know, when you go grocery shopping, you be like, bitch, we making one trip. She said, we ain't going back. We are not going back. And they sunk right in that water. She was like, well, damn, take some out.
He was like, pull back. And she was like, which way is back? That was hilarious. Now, if we would have sunk, we would have did that.
That's like, I'm a big girl. So we wouldn't be able to get that many pomelos anyway.
Good. Don't want to. We can just take more trips, especially if we not last.
My ass, girl, I don't even got that's the thing, girl. Do I have to be in the boat? I will walk. We'll just push the boat. Do you have to be in the boat? No,
You gotta be in the boat. You gotta be in the boat.
And that's like Morgan and Lena was saying
They were trying to knock them off the trees.
Morgan and Lena they argue just like sisters or just like siblings in general.
But no, for real, they do.
But it's so funny to see. Lena was like, "You can't knock them." She was like, "No, they gotta be in the water." She was like, it's like Lena would just be asking a question, and Morgan would be like, "No, like what are you talking about?"
It's irritating though. Why you asking me questions?
I know because like I've been both of those people before, asking the question and getting yelled at, and yelling at the person asking the question.
Oh my God.
But like I need to know this. But also in the preview, they showed them cutting them down into the water. So I was thinking like, could they? Like if they just knock one down into the water and grab it? Like, I don't know. I feel like I want to know like this thing. See me, you see me, bitch. So one thing about a procrastinator and a lazy bitch, we're gonna find an easy way to do things. So anytime I'm faced with something, I'm always trying to find the easiest way to get it done. So I will find a loophole in the challenge. So I need to know the rules and regulations because, bitch, if they say I can stand up and knock these things in, then I'm going to stand up and knock these in as well. Like,
I know that's right. Period. Wake that up. Boom. Morgan and Lena make it to the pit stop. They're in 4th place. Todd and Ashley make it to the pit stop. They get 5th place. Everybody getting the same placement, y'all. I know that's right. Boom. And then as that's happening, Joel and Garrett, Liam and Jeremy, Joe and Ian, they're all arriving at Scoop Up because they all chose to do Scoop Up, which was honestly just the easier one, I feel. But it depends. Scoop Up is not the good choice if you're in last. I think if you're in last place or if you're close to last, maybe you should try to do the other one so you can maybe catch up. I don't know because Scoop Up
even seemed like it would be quicker.
But I'm just saying, like, let's say we're the last team and Elizabeth and Ileana are doing Scoop Up. We can't pass them. They've already started. They're gonna win ahead of. We can't catch up to them. I feel like the only way we catch up is if we did the opposite one and ran, or did it a little faster than they did Scoop Up. But girl, and then you don't really know what the person previously of you did anyway, so it's not really gonna matter. I don't know. So, girl, the people start finishing. I know that's right. People start finishing, and then it's just the last 3 teams. And on the way to the detour marker where the elephant was, it's the last 3 teams finna pull up, and Elizabeth and Ileana was ahead of the other 2. But they done got lost looking for the damn elephant.
Yes. It was so
like, I didn't even know that was possible. Why did you get lost looking for the elephant?
That's an elephant.
Well, that's one right there. Well, that one's bigger than that.
This part is so funny to me because they find the elephant at the same time as Melania and Andrea pulled up. So Melania and Andrea picked stock up, and then Elizabeth and Liliana had chose Scoop Up. But what's hilarious, here go Melania. Come on, we can beat them. Yeah.
And then, because literally, you know what? It
I was like, did they hear them say that? It like Melania was
trying to like decide. And Andrea and Melania was like, let's just go. Why are we deciding? Pick one and go. We need to rush. And so
they're so hilarious. They need to stay a while. I don't want to go. I'm scared. I'm scared. I think Bob and
Chelsea need to be comps for no reason. I need to pick it up. So boom. What I noticed was, well, not even what I noticed. Keep in mind, Elizabeth and Ileana chose Scoop Up.
Mm-hmm.
And Andrea and Melania chose Stock Up. Child, but we're driving, right? And Melania and Andrea, they end up at their location, which is Stock Up. And behind them come Ileana and Elizabeth. And they walk up to the market with them, and they're like, wait, why are we
Where they going? And so they basically talk about they feel like they got brought to the wrong place. So this is why I'm just like, this is kind of bullshit on the taxi driver's end, because I'm like, I mean,
I want to know
which place to go to.
I want to know the details of that. Like, what did they say? How did you end up at the wrong place? And how is this fair, bitch?
Because, like, damn. Because, like, the thing is, like, there's a slight chance they could have. Because the thing is, Robin and Chelsea also chose Scoop Up. So they would have got to Scoop Up around the same time as Robin and Chelsea. And they could have beat Robin and Chelsea because they were all both the same detour. But they had to go to Stock Up. They were getting confused and frustrated. And it was because this is a harder thing to do, really. So it's just like, I feel like if they had went to Scoop Up, there was just more of a chance for them. Like, the fact that they went to the entirely wrong place and couldn't change because that would have wasted more time. It's like, kind of like, damn. Like, I don't know. I feel like that was kind of unfair a little bit.
How did that happen?
Like they got screwed.
Unless they mixed up the locations.
Unless it was on them. Like I said, it depends on how much navigation is under their control and what they are supposed to be watching for. Like, if you tell the taxi driver to go here, are you supposed to be making sure they go there? But with the detours and the roadblocks, it always seems like the person knows where to take them.
Yeah, because of familiarity of it. I want to know those details. I really do. Because that's interesting because they literally went to the other detour. How you accidentally go to the other detour unless you knew the other, or unless they literally told you the wrong location. And then it's like, ooh, that's on them. Because they tell you which each detour is at. They're like, this detour is here and this detour is there. They could have just told them the wrong address because they wasn't paying attention. And then it's like, well, that's on y'all. Steve and Annalie get 6. Joe and Ian get 7. I know that's right. And this is when we get to like the end game, bitch. Everybody else is heading to the pit stop. And the last 3 teams are just trying to figure this out because Robin and Chelsea are the last ones doing the scoop up at the end. And then it's Elizabeth and Ileana and Andrea and Milena battling at this damn market. When I tell you, if I was working at this market, I would have been tired of these Americans. They were battling hard, running through, punching people around. Get this.
Right. You know what this is? What is this? Okay, but what is this?
And it's like, damn. There was literally a point where they're literally just grabbing the workers and asking them everything on the damn list. And it's like, I get it.
I'm not sounding this shit out. I am not sounding this out, baby. You got this.
You know what? It was crazy. Elizabeth was showing the people the actual words, but this is not the words in that language. They don't know what this is.
It's the phonetic spelling. So they're like,
so I'm like, you gotta say it, boo. But they were helping. But I think they were helping because this was the 3rd team they done already did today. They knew what y'all were talking about. But it's like, girl, you're literally pointing at just anything for them. But hey, we move. At the end of the day, Andrea and Milena, they get it right. They get to go. And Elizabeth and Ileana, they go for a check. They get it wrong. They done messed something up. And it's funny
don't even know which one they got incorrect, which is bad because it's a whole basket and cart of shit. So they kind of have to go through, speak with the locals about what we have and what we don't, do a process of elimination, all while Robin and Chelsea are, basically passing them up. Because it seemed like I got from the edit on this that Robin and Chelsea probably finished way before Elizabeth and Ileana. But I don't know.
And the producers are messy because there was a point where Elizabeth was putting something in the wrong item in the cart, and Ileana was like, "Wait, what's that?" And Elizabeth is like, "Don't worry about it." And it's like,
and they put on the screen the X, like damn,
wrong. And it's like that's why you gotta. It sucks because when you get to the end and you're in last place like that, you're just ready to move and you gotta go and you gotta just accept that you might make a mistake. But also you gotta pay attention to the detail. Like all she had to say was what it was, and maybe Ileana could have been like, oh no, that's the wrong one. Or maybe they could have figured out that that's not the item and they could have got something else. But girl, they fucked up. So they ended up losing. It sucks. But overall, it was still cute. And I don't dislike anyone. So, I mean, we can still see everybody else here. If Robin and Chelsea end up doing good, I'd be happy for them, honestly. Like, I just like everybody here. I'm excited. And boom. I know that's right.
Yep.
It was a good leg.
From here. It was.
Where are they going next time? Did it tell us?
No.
I want to know. I'm interested.
I think they tell us in the next time. I don't recall.
I don't be thinking. I don't be watching it, honestly. The next time, I just be waiting for the next time. I'm excited. I'm excited for a different location. I want to see how some of these teams can do in a different location, to be honest. And see if there can be like a big switch up. I like when there's a big ass league. Like you were in last and now you're in first.
I'm ready for the super leg.
That too. Oh, Luis Michel said it's going to be a super leg because there's no eliminations.
Yeah.
There's no eliminations. 13 episodes. Got to be one. So we here, bitch.
I'm excited.
Stay tuned next week. We will be covering the next episode of Made to Race. Also, check us out for Survivor. And we're still doing Big Brother and we're still doing the challenge. So check us out for all of that. And thank you for keeping it real with the motherfucking kingdom. We out.